Sacrifice time, all for love. Sacrifice time, all for love. Sacrifice kids, all for love. Sacrifice kids. Sacrifice cash, all for love. Sacrifice time, all for love. Sacrifice time, all for love. Sacrifice kids, all for love. Sacrifice kids, all for love. Sacrifice kids.
Seriously?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean what I'm talking about?
What is this celebration?
This is the best news you will receive this year. Look at this. No, look at this. Madam Ongari, read it. Madam Ongari is out for a month.
Wow, this is the most important information that has come out of your mouth this year.
What did I tell you?
About?
Do you know what that means? You will be going directly to the boss, addressing the boss, reporting to him.
You mean I'll be reporting to Mr. Ofula, my boss?
Exactly.
At least, now that woman, she was treated like a robot. At least she should be out for like a year.
What do you mean like a robot? She was the robot.
Bravo now kucheza fiti manze. You never did me good.
So you wanted to feign richness?
Not really. At least if I was the one driving the car, she would have given me an offer.
And I'm pretty sure that we would have been in the hospital, mortuary, or perhaps police cell because you don't have a license.
Not really. I really concentrated on my online classes.
Online classes? You mean you took an online classes in driving?
Of course.
And you are sure that you know how to drive?
Pretty sure.
Something is also telling me that you're taking an aviation class through online as well.
Anyway, I was to ask you something. How do you tell that a woman does not like you?
Of course, if she's very uncomfortable around you all the time.
How?
Which part of that sentence you don't understand so that I can be able to explore?
Bro, maybe she's just pretending to prove a point. Yeah.
You know what? Continue deceiving yourself on that. A woman that loves will constantly be clinging around you all the time. She would want to laugh with you, to share the best moment with you all the times. The kind of the day, how the day was. She would love always to share her best moment with you all the time.
And what makes a woman uncomfortable around you?
I think everything boils down to the strategy you're using. If you are a kind of the person that you want a woman as fast as possible, there will be high chances of you losing her, because the kind of the women, the kind of the okay, both of us are going to agree that women's use two sets of the brain to think, the upper chamber and the lower chamber, while making decisions. They are the kind of the creature that are very intelligent most of the time. When they realize that you are a kind of the person that is too fast, you want it too fast, you are so dying for that relationship, the possibility of losing is too high. So the best thing to do is to try to take your strategy one at a time, turn by turn, step by step. You don't use lift in a relationship situation, but use staircases. If there is something I don't believe in, it's love at the first sight. Love at the first sight is more of a transactional love. It is a give and take thing.
So what am I supposed to do to make her love me?
Once you realize that the woman is uncomfortable around you, pick your ego up the floor and truncate the communication. It's it's rather be written that this is where I terminated the communication, than this is the place where I got into love slavery. So dating a woman that does not love you is more of a slavery, bro. Is a hell of a thing, and you don't want to do that if you are a real man.
Sir, you call me.
Yes, please sit down. For the records, is your name Johnson Njoroge?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Johnson Njoroge, for how long have you been working as a software engineer?
For 6 years, 2 years in another company, 4 years in landmark tech company.
So you've been in the tech industry for more than 5 years, but you're still developing softwares which are poorly done software. You're developing a software with an inconsistent color, a software that does not have security features. Did you even review the codes?
Yes, I did.
And you found it okay, ready for the market?
But sir, we've been developing these softwares that way even before Miss Wangari came.
And that time, you nearly brought my company to the brink of collapse. I will never, ever tolerate it again. Take it from me. If you want to bring Wangari's name into the conversation, let it have a positive logo, because that lady really worked so hard to stabilize this company. I will never, ever allow my company go back to the past the way it was before. You guys failed me before. I'm not going to allow you to fail me this time round. If the task is too heavy for you, bring me the resignation letter and I will sign it.
Sir, but
take that to the nearest toilet. I don't want to hear it. Please, leave my office. I've said leave my office. What's wrong with these people? Did I employ a bunch of failures? A simple hotel management software is hard for them to do? What's wrong with the people? Mr. Njoroge, have a seat, please. So, I've read your letter, your resignation letter, and I must confess that it is properly written, devoid of spelling errors. But let me ask you a question. Is it coming from deep down your heart, considering that nowadays getting a job in our country is an uphill task?
sir, I analyzed our last conversation, and that is what came into my mind.
Our last conversation, I must register my apology for that. I know very well that I was too mean to you, and I used some ash wired, I believe it was out of Ongo. But before you leave, because I know the traffic is not on our side nowadays, especially in Nairobi, allow me to tell you some short story before you leave. There were two graduates that graduated the same day. They graduated from the same institution, the same course. They were Wamboi and Onyango. They got a job in one of the company in town, the company that deals with the watermelons company. It is very important to note that Onyango graduated with first class honor, but Wamboi graduated with just pass. So after some times, Onyango felt downsized and he wanted to resign. So he wrote his resignation letter and took it to the boss. So the boss called him, and they had a conversation, and the boss just asked for just the last project. So Onyango and Wamboi were called together and were given a last project. And this project was just to send them to the market to check out if there is watermelon in the market. So both of them left. After 10 minutes, Onyango came back. And Onyango just said it that there is watermelon. He saw watermelon in the market. Yeah, just like that. And the boss just told him that, please have a seat. Let us wait for Wamboi. When Wamboi checked in after 2 hours with a book, A4 book, 200 pages, accompanied by 2 watermelon sellers. So she came in, and this is what Wamboi reported to the boss. Boss, and I quote, "Boss, I'm very sorry for the lateness. It is only that the task that you assigned me was a bit heavy, so I had to take some time." So the first market that I went to was the Komba market. Of course, there were so many watermelons there, but what caught my eyes was only 4 to 5 watermelon sellers. And because their watermelon were good, they were big in size, and they were healthy as well. So we got talking with those guys, those sellers, and I'm happy to announce to you that I have their contacts here. And they also told me that in case we would want to work with them, they would provide us with a discounted price. The last market was Marikiti market. There I also met several sellers, and that is the best market. I can be able to testify that, sir. And that market I met about 100 watermelon sellers, and they gave me their contacts, which are properly written in this book. I also managed to come with some of them. So sorry, sir, this one is also, these are the people that I came with. They're the sellers that I came with. This one is Madam Nyogesa. This one is Mrs. Anyango. They are the sellers of Marikiti market. So you can have a conversation with them so that you see what we can be able to do, sir. That is the end of the statement that was provided by Wamboi. It was a conversation between Wamboi and Onyango and the boss in the house still. So the boss just asked Onyango, "Do you still want to resign?" Onyango looked at his boss and told him, and picked his resignation letter and tore it into pieces, and told him that from there he would learn from Wamboi. What I'm trying to say here today, educations, the document, are just helping you to get a job. They can never help you to deliver. You can graduate with the first class honors. And Mark, you know that both of them were right. Onyango and Wamboi, both of them were right. But Wamboi, in the marketing space, we don't need time. There's no time frame. You can extend time as you want, provided you are producing the necessary feedback that is needed. But Onyango is also right, but his approach can only be right in the military barracks, but not in the marketing world or with the athletics. Thanks for listening to my story. I think it is now high time I sign your resignation letter.
Oh, bro, you're so busy, aren't you going home?
There are some tips that I'm following. Maybe in 2 hours time I'll be done.
2 hours. Already 5 p.m. Probably you'll be finishing around 7 p.m. Are you good?
Last time I checked, the gate is closed at 8 p.m. So I don't know the head and the tail of the mystery.
You're even bringing animal body parts into the conversation. I hope you can even see it's raining. And what did you discuss with the boss the other day? I can see nowadays you're so motivated.
Boss is in his office. Let him tell you what he told me.
So I should go and look for the CEO to ask him what he told his juniors. Are you okay in your head or something is wrong with you? You know what I've just realized?